My husband said, this Saturday. All 12 members of my family are staying at our house for 2 weeks. I replied, I just had surgery. Please postpone it until next weekend. He said coldly, no one is waiting. Just do as I say. But when they arrived, they found a locksmith's van pulling out of the driveway and a brand new deadbolt gleaming under the porch light. I'm Dana. I'm 44, and 5 days before this happened, a surgeon had gone into my lower back and reattached 2 discs that had been slipping for years. I came home from the hospital in a brace that made me walk like a mannequin, with a folder of discharge instructions that read like a warning label. No lifting anything over 8 pounds. No standing longer than 15 minutes. No stairs more than twice a day. Minimum 4 weeks before any real activity resumed. I'd shown Rick that folder 3 separate times. The first time, he skimmed it and said, okay, so take it easy. The second time, I asked him directly to call his mother and push the family visit back a week, just 1 week, so I could get through the worst of recovery without also hosting his parents, his 2 brothers, their wives, and 5 kids ranging from toddler to teenager. He said he'd think about it. The third time, 2 days before they were supposed to arrive, I sat him down at the kitchen table, staples still fresh in my back, and told him I physically could not do this right now. Not the cooking, not the laundry, not the constant noise of 12 people needing things. That's when he said it. This Saturday, all 12 members of my family are staying at our house for 2 weeks, like an announcement. Like I hadn't just spent 10 minutes explaining why that was impossible. I just had surgery, I said again, slower this time, like maybe the words hadn't landed the first 3 tries. Please postpone it until next weekend. He didn't even look up from his phone. No one is waiting. Just do as I say. 20 years of marriage, and I don't think he'd ever spoken to me like that. Not, let's figure this out, or even, I hear you, but just a flat command, like I was staff he was informing of a schedule change, not a wife 5 days out from spinal surgery. I didn't argue. I've never been good at arguing in the moment. I need time to sit with something before I know what I actually think about it. So I nodded, and he went back to texting his mother arrival details, and I lay in bed that night doing math I'd never let myself do before. 20 years of summer visits, 20 years of grocery runs tailored to his father's blood pressure diet and his mother's gluten intolerance and whichever nephew had decided he was suddenly vegetarian that year. 20 years of air mattresses and extra towels and me disappearing into the kitchen every single family photo because someone had to keep dinner from burning. Not once had anyone asked if the timing worked for me. Friday, while Rick was out picking up extra folding chairs and a second cooler, I called a locksmith. Not out of spite, or not only spite. My recovery plan included a short stay at an outpatient rehab facility 15 minutes away, grab bars, single level layout, a nurse doing wellness checks twice a week. I'd looked into it Wednesday. Rick had never asked where I planned to actually heal while hosting a house full of people, so I made the decision myself. The locksmith came at 10 that morning, an hour before Rick was due back. I had him change the front deadbolt and the side door off the garage. Then I packed a bag, meds, discharge papers, a couple changes of clothes I could manage with the brace, and left 1 new key on the porch mat taped under a note. This house needs rest right now, so do I. Call me when everyone's found a hotel. I was in the car, easing myself into the passenger seat because bending to reach the driver's side still hurt, when I saw Rick's truck round the corner with his parents' SUV right behind it. 3 vehicles, 12 people, coolers, suitcases, a folding wagon someone had brought for the baby. I didn't wait to watch. My neighbor Pam filled me in later, laughing so hard she had to stop twice. Rick tried his key first, jiggling it like it was just stuck, not different. Tried it again. His father knocked. His mother called through the mail slot like I was a kid sulking upstairs. Someone tried the garage code, then remembered the code wouldn't matter. The door itself was different. It was Rick who finally noticed the note taped under the porch light. My phone rang 11 minutes later. I let it ring twice before picking up. What did you do? His voice cracked somewhere between fury and disbelief. All that flat coldness from Tuesday completely gone. Exactly what you told me to do, I said, watching the rehab facility come into view through the windshield. I did as I was told. I managed. Dana, my parents are standing on the porch. The kids are, I know, I said. There's a Marriott 2 miles from the house.